Hey everyone, welcome to the final part of our in-depth review of the new Space Marine Codex. It's been quite the journey today.
Oh yeah.
It's been an epic journey.
Because this book is like wild.
And just remember, you can take White Scar bikers as troops if you take an HQ.
Yeah.
Bikes. As we said it long. And today we'll be covering the heavy support choices of the Codex.
And the Lord of War.
And Lord of War. The one
and
Lord of
Final
War.
Thoughts.
And Final Thoughts.
Yeah.
You know, it'll be pretty straightforward. To sum up the heavy supports, pretty much everything either stayed the same or got slightly cheaper. Centurions got cheaper.
Yeah. Everything else kept the same points cost.
Yeah.
All the tanks got the possibility to get 3 in a squadron. And they get a cool ability if they do.
Yeah. Exactly. Each one gets a cool ability. So we'll start off with the Devastator squad. They stayed the same at 70 points.
Yep.
Pretty straightforward. I thought they were going to get cheaper because they got new models. They're just new models apparently. Not, you know. But the new model with the grav cannon, I guess you can use for it'll be the one that you put into all the other squads if you get the grav cannon.
And I don't know if, because looking at the missile launcher, I don't know if that's something that, like a prop or something that they used for their shot, or if the missile
It's actually coming out.
really comes out of the
I think it
launcher,
is.
but it's pretty nice.
Yeah, I don't think they usually do that. They don't usually advertise other than some Forge World products. I don't think they do that. So probably is. It looks pretty good. And for 70 points, you get 4 Space Marines and a Space Marine Sergeant, all equipped with bolt pistols, bolt guns, crack grenades, frag grenades, and a signum for the Space Marine Sergeant and Veteran Sergeant only. Additional no fear, trap tracks, combat squads. And of course, then you just upgrade them with all the heavy weapons and have some fun.
Well, although, just
Did any change in upgrades for?
yes, the Armorium Cherub.
Yeah.
For 5 points, you can get one of those.
Yep.
Which does one use only. One model in a unit equipped with an Armorium Cherub can reroll all failed to hit rolls in one shooting phase. An Armorium Cherub is represented by a separate miniature that will also always remain as close as possible to the unit that selected it. The model itself is purely decorative and is always ignored for game purposes. Just move it. So yeah, if you really need to hit, you can just discard that little thingy and you can reroll.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
For 5 points. So, Twin Link once for 5 points.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, stats stay the same. The Sergeant still has the Signum to get +1 ballistic field. So, not much to say about the Devastators, except that they got grav amps and grav cannons.
Yeah.
Which is cool. More grav. Up next, Centurion Devastator squads.
Yep.
Like the Assault variant, they got down in cost by 25 points. Can also fire 2 weapons, which is cool. Can also get 3 more, so up to 6. Twin Link class cannon for 15 points, grav cannon and grav amp for 25. It was it the same thing? It's got 5 points more for the grav cannons, but 5 points cheaper for the last cannon.
Yeah, exactly. But I still think the grav cannon, grav amp's the way to go. And they got, so it's slightly cheaper, but they got 5 points more expensive. The upgrade, so it ends up balancing.
You can get an Omniscope for 10 points, upgrade to Veteran Sergeant for 10 points. Yeah,
and they also have decimated protocols, you can fire 2 weapons. Yeah, good stuff there. Straightforward, weapons was level 4, strength, toughness 5, 2 wounds, initiative 4, 2 up save, leadership 8.
Space Marines in the cannon.
Exactly. Space Marines in Space Marine armor. Next, the Thunderfire cannons. These things are going to be, I think they're pretty competitive to begin with. They're pretty nasty. With their barrage, 5 shots. 16-inch range or something like that.
4 shots.
4 shots, sorry.
4 shots at 60-inch range.
Yeah.
Still 100 point each. You can now take 3 per slots, making a squadron of those. And if you take 3, you have the special convergent targeting, which gives you +1 ballistic skill for each Tech Marine gunner as long as you have 3 Thunderfire cannons.
Yeah.
So yeah, hitting on hitting on 2s, rerolling on 6s because they are already ballistic skill 5.
Sorry.
The gunners are already ballistic
Oh, sure,
skill 5.
but they're firing. Typically, they're going to be firing the Thunderfire cannon, though. Right.
Yeah.
So it just scatters 1 inch less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you.
Yeah.
But nice.
Yeah, not too bad. Again, it is, it's a Tech Marine, so it has Buzzing of the Messiah, Bolter Defenses, Chapter Tactics, Additional No Fear. And yeah, it's a pretty standard guy. And again, the cool thing is that in 3, and if you bring 3, you get +1 to your ballistics. I think out of all the bonuses, it's kind of the weakest, personally. Out of all the bonuses, all the cool 3s in the heavy support, which we'll be talking about. It's okay.
Well, it's still 1 less inch of scatter.
Yeah, and it gives you more control of the blast, exactly.
So since on 2d6 the average is 7.
Yeah, so it says it scatters 2 inches.
Or 1 or 2 inches.
Yeah.
Of course, if you scatter that at something you don't see because it's barrage, it doesn't matter. But if you see the target, 1 less inch of scatter can make a lot of difference.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Up next we have the Predators. Predators are 75 points each.
Like they were
before. They're still 13, 11, 10 for armor, 4 ballistic skill, 3 hull points. The cool thing is now, if you take 3 Predators, and they come with a autocannon, searchlight, and smoke launchers base.
Like you did.
You get a rule called Kill Shot.
Oh yeah.
Which all Predators in the unit have the Monster Hunter and Tank Hunter special rules.
If the unit has 3
if they're Predators.
So you've got 3 Predators for 5 points each.
Or you can give them tooling glass cannons for 100 points total on the model, so 300 points.
Yeah, so 300 points, and you have 3 shots, twin linked with Monster Hunter and Tank Hunter.
Yeah. Not bad.
No,
that's a pretty good one.
Yep.
And yeah, so that's pretty cool. Besides that, not much change. Next is Whirlwinds. Whirlwinds are still 65.
Yep.
And if you take, so basically Whirlwind, 11, 11, 10, 4 ballistic skill, 3 hull points.
Rhino chassis.
Rhino chassis, exactly. Or a multiple missile launcher, searchlight, smoke launchers, but if you get 3 of them, you get a rule called Suppressive Bombardment, which is still pretty cool.
Yep. So while there is 3 models on the board in this unit, each model's Whirlwind multiple missile launcher has the pinning and shred special, regardless of the missile type.
Yeah.
So pinning and shred across the board.
Yeah, it can help, especially if you get the North cover one, because it's lower strength, so shred will really help.
Yep.
And pinning's always great against, orcs.
Well, good against
Guard.
anything, because even Space Marine will have to take pinning checks.
True. Do they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Turner's immune to morale.
Yeah.
So, yeah, still good.
Yeah, not bad at all. And you include the 2 additional ones for 65 points each.
Yeah, and at 65 points, it's pretty cheap.
Yeah, it really is.
It's not the best blast there is, but it can be effective.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely can be effective.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
one of my favorites,
mm-hmm.
the Vindicators. They got down 5 points.
Yep, 5 points cheaper.
Yep, still ballistic skill 4, front 13, side 11, rear 10, 3 all points.
Mm-hmm.
Can include up to 2 additional Vindicators.
I would recommend.
Oh yes, because they get Linebreaker Bombardment, and what this does, whilst there are 3 vehicles in this unit, you can choose to forego the shooting of 2 of those,
Yeah.
and have one of them shoot a strength 10, 82, 10-inch blast that ignores cover.
Yeah. Yeah, and since it's an apocalyptic blast that ignores cover.
Do you have your blast?
No, it's away, unfortunately, but it's 10 inches. It's huge.
Yeah.
It's just a pie plate of doom. And the best part about it is, I know you give up 2 of your shots, but a 10-inch blast has 4 times the area. Yeah, has 4 times the area of a 5-inch blast because it's pi r squared.
Mm-hmm.
And That's brutal because that means you have a third of the shots, but you get 4 times, so it ends up being more coverage anyway.
Yeah.
And it ignores cover. So if you're up against a bike list, against Tyranids versus anything that relies on cover, Eldar, you just drop it and they die.
And laugh.
Because Strength 10, AP 1, Apocalyptic Blast, that's right up there with Apocalyptic Explosion for awesomeness.
Oh yeah.
And that would remove, like, against like Grey Knights, against Deathwing, against anything that relies on a 2-up save, you'd just be removing chunks of your opponent's army per turn. Now, it's only 24-inch range, but it's 24 inches to the center of the blast. But it's a 10-inch blast, so you can actually extend it 5 inches of your shot. So you can kill something that's potentially 29 inches away if it doesn't even scatter. It scatters in that direction even further. So it's pretty crazy. I like it. It's expensive because they're information that you require other things.
Yeah.
To take this,
It's 360 points.
yeah, plus another. Basically,
But it's worth it.
for the formation, which we'll go over after. You have to take 2 whirlwinds at least to bring them in the formation.
Not necessarily. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Right. So it'd be an extra 130 points. But yeah. So next we have Hunter. Hunter is one of the anti-air ones. You have Sky Spear missile launchers, searchlight smoke launchers. It's 100. It's 70 points. So it hasn't changed. Or was it 75 before?
70.
70. Yeah. So the Stalker was 75. Yeah. And if you bring 3 of them, while this unit contains 3 hunters, each model Sky missile launcher can re-roll the dice when resolving its 7th lock special rule.
So 7th lock, for those of you who don't remember, if you miss a flyer or a flying monster creature, you put a 7th lock counter.
Yeah.
On the next turn, you roll, and if you got 5+, well, it's just suffers a wound without you even doing anything.
Yeah.
So if you got 3 of those, you can re-roll. So if you don't get it, you've got the re-roll.
Yeah, it gives you a good chance of doing it.
Yeah.
You can take out 3 wounds like that.
If you just by missing.
Yeah, just by missing. Just by you hit, you'll probably do something as well.
Oh yeah. But if you miss,
yeah. And then Stalkers still 75 points.
Yep.
They have the Icarus Storm Cannon Array, Searchlight, Smoke Launchers. Icarus Storm Cannon Array. What is that one again? That's the end. Still anti-air.
Yeah, still anti-air, but instead of Strength 7 AP2, it's this one is Strength 7 AP4, AP3.
All right.
Interceptor and Skyfire.
And they're both ballistic, but both these vehicles are ballistic skill 4, 12, 12, 10, 3 hull points, and if they have contained 3, so while this unit contains 3 Stalkers, each model's Icarus Storm Cannon has ignore cover special.
Yeah.
No more Jink. That's amazing. Now the problem is with these formations. I am thinking about this. The more I think about this, if your opponent was smart, they would just do their best to break one of every unit.
Oh yeah.
And then you can kind of remove the rules that you intentionally took 3 to do, but it might be hard.
Yeah, but all those tanks still have 3 all points each.
Yeah.
And not too bad of an armor, so they're gonna have to put at least, I mean, for hunters, stalkers, not whirlwinds, but yeah. So hunters and stalkers, you need at least strength 6.
Yeah.
Vindicators and predators, you need at least strength 7.
Yeah. Basically, I was afraid I'd bring a Vindicator Assassin and just fire 1 shot at every.
Oh yeah.
From across the table, just drop 1 shot on each one, hopefully kill a vehicle, and then
just hope to blow it up.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Up next we have
Storm Raven.
Storm Raven.
Same points, same armor, same ballistic skills, same hull points.
12, 12, 12, 3 hull points, ballistic 4. It has twin-linked assault cannon, twin-linked heavy bolter, 4 storm strike missiles, samurai plating, and a Sky's Fury.
Yeah, so you can still disembark if you move more than 6 inches.
Yep. They drop from the sky.
Deep strike.
Yeah. That's it. They can carry up to 12 models, or was it Dreadnought?
Yep. Still, yeah, not much has changed.
No.
Twin-link plasma cannon or ice cannon for free. Twin-link multi-milita for free. Typhoon missile launcher 425. Sponsons for 30. Yep, stay the same. Yeah, still a good ship.
And then finally, as I've said in all my reports, a Land Raider is a Land Raider is a Land Raider, other than these Land Raiders can No, that's it. They're Land Raiders.
Yep.
That's essentially it. They're Land Raiders. So Land Raiders 250, 14 around, 4 hull points, so 4.
10 models.
10 models is normal. Then you have the Crusader option, which has
16
model carrying capacity, and it has has the two Hurricane Bolters instead of the
and twinning vessel cannons.
Yeah.
And lastly, there's the Redeemer
for
that
240.
has flamers, a twinning vessel cannon, and 12 points.
Yeah.
12 model transport capacity.
A Land Raider is a Land Raider.
Yeah.
Very rarely has a Land Raider really surprised me. Other than I guess you guys, Blood Angels have fast Land Raiders, don't they?
No,
the ability?
That's the only vehicle we can get.
Oh, never mind. That's it. That's the heavy supports. So we'll quickly go over any formations that are pertaining.
So the last formations, because we've done every other one.
Have you done everyone? Yeah, I think it's just the anti-air.
Yeah, so the anti-air defense force, you need one.
Oh, inland speeder.
Oh yeah, that one. And the tank one.
Yeah.
So anti-air defense force, you need 1 unit of stalkers, 1 unit of hunters.
Yep.
The unit of stalkers must at least have 2 models. So you need at least 3 tanks.
Yeah.
The special rule that comes with it is, but if you want all the bonuses, you'll need 6 tanks.
Yeah.
But 3 would work. Because Sky Spear auto-targeting. If a hunter from this formation causes a hit on an enemy flyer or flying monster creature, doesn't need to just a hit. All stalkers in this formation add 1 to their ballistic skill until the end of the phase.
Yeah.
So you're going to be hitting monster creatures and flyers on 2s instead of on 3s, just because 1 model hit.
Yeah.
So if you bring 3 hunters, well, you have 3 chances of scoring 1 hit and then having +1 ballistic skill on your stalkers. Which, if you brought 3, will ignore cover.
Yeah.
So, well, most, because it's strength 784, so most flying monster creature have a 3 up in ball, 3 up save,
Yeah.
or a 5 up in ball, and then flyers. Well, depends on the flyers, but if you're shooting at Storm Ravens, you need 5 events,
Exactly.
6 events. But the other flimsy flyers, you're gonna ban easily, and it's ignore cover, so they can't do much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next one.
The Land Raider Spearhead. Now this is awesome.
Oh. In fact, it's awesome, but quite ridiculous.
Yeah, and it's also very expensive. It's
Oh, yeah.
it's the most. It's actually the funniest thing is in all these. I think it's the most expensive formation because its base cost is 720 points with 3 redeemers. And the thing is about redeemers is basically it makes Land Raiders unstoppable because you include any 3. So any 3 Land Raiders, they can't take 3 squads. Any 3. And the special rules armored behemoths. Basically, models from this formation ignore crew shaken, crew stunned, weapon destroyed, and immobilized. So it ignores everything until destroyed.
Yep.
So
they basically become super heavies.
Yep. As long as they're within 6 inches of another model from this formation.
Which you'd be stupid that.
Yeah. So they become like Imperial Knights because they don't die until they're dead. And then even as the mighty shall fall, models in this formation can reroll, fail to wound rolls, or armored penetration rolls when shooting at or entering creatures, super heavy vehicles, or buildings that have the mighty bulwark special rule.
So they are heavy models killers.
Yeah. Which is good, like las cannon. See, you took just 3 base las cannon
750 points.
That would be awesome for killing. Like it would destroy Imperial Knights.
Yeah, 6 last cannons, 1 linked, and rerolling to wound, 2 pen.
Yeah.
So and strength 9.
So forced
Against
against 5 to 10.
Yeah.
You just hope that they don't fail. And then you hope they're going to fail their air balls because they're always going to call against that side.
Yeah.
But it would force that side at least, and that'd be good. So that's pretty cool. I like it.
That's nice.
And we have 2 more.
Yeah, second to last, the Armored Task Force.
Yeah.
So this one needs you to take 1 Tech Marine, 0 to 3 units of Thunderfire cannons, 3 to 5 units of any combination of the following tanks: Vindicators, Predators, Wildlands. And you can opt to take Sergeant Kronos for 1 more tank. Special rules. Perigoric can't. Pretty much like the Land Raider one, but it's only for crew shaken and crew stun.
Yeah.
So they ignore every crew shaken and crew stun.
Yeah.
So if you take Drift Indicators and they get shot at and you get a crew stun and crew shaken, normally you couldn't shoot your blast, but now you can because you ignored it. So that's cool. And in fact, this only works as long as either a Tech Marine or one of the Thunderfire gunners is within 6 inches of the tank. So you place your tank in a formation, in a box formation, put the Tech Marine in the middle, 6 inches to anyone, and you ignore crew shaking and crew stun, which is pretty nice. Other rule is the will of the Messiah. Every Tech Marine or Tech Marine gunner gets +1 to repairing vehicles of this formation. So if you take, you can take up to 1 Tech Marine, 9 Thunderfire cannons. So that means 9 Tech Marines, Tech Marine gunners plus the Tech Marine. So that means there's 10 guys that can +1 repair any tank that gets immobilized, weapon destroyed, or whatever.
And then you bring 2 individual whirlwinds and 3 mitigators. And just drop high plates on your opponent from across the table. It'd be awesome.
And the last one, it's a mix of AV support and fast attack. I like that one.
I like it too. It's interesting.
It's really interesting. You need 1 unit of whirlwinds and 1 unit of land speeders. Restrictions are that the whirlwind unit must at least have 2 models. Why not take 3? Because you're going to get pinning and tread.
Exactly.
I would.
And it's only for extra.
For the land speeders, 1 would be enough. 2 would be an insurance policy. Because you need this formation's land speeder for the whirlwinds to do their job. Basically, there's a special rule that's called Table Link Telemetry.
Which is fun.
Oh yeah. During the shooting phase, one of the land speeders goes, there's something within 18 inches of me that I see. Well, you nominate it. And then the whirlwinds got twin link on their shots against that target. So even if you don't see the target, you've got twin link
and infinite range.
At infinite range.
Infinite range.
So if you play Apocalypse, that would be interesting.
Yeah, it would be the strongest Apocalypse whirlwinds,
but still.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
If you want some nids to die 2 tables away, you can. But otherwise, instead of shooting, because whirlwinds normally have only 48-inch range, so you can take those guys at the back of the table, 72 inches away, and just have the land speeder go up, flag up something at 20 inch, and reroll to it. For your blast. That's pretty nasty. With pinning and tread if you took 3 whirlwinds. So that's it for the formations.
That's it.
We covered them all, in fact.
So now we're going to go to the final part of the puzzle.
Marnius Calgar.
Marnius Calgar.
The Lord of War.
He's the Lord of War.
Lord of the
He was the easiest one to figure out when they were. I was maybe thinking they might throw another one out there.
Like they did with the Blunjo?
But
which one?
That's the only, because everyone else isn't as worthy as Marnius Calgar.
No,
and that's what I was thinking.
Well, the only other named characters that has, say, orbital bombardment, because Calgar has, is Pedro Canto.
But
he's not that.
I would put him in.
He's not that good.
So Calgar is still 275 points. He's now Lord of War. Weapon skill 6, plus skill 5, strength up is 4, 4 wounds. He is a Tournament Warrior, obviously. And initiative 5, 4 attacks, initiative 10, 2 up save. Power Sword, Fragger Names, Cracker Names, Iron Halo, Orbital Strike. Additional No Fear, Chapter Tactics, Ultramarines, Eternal Warrior, Independent Character. But he's cool. God of War. If Marnius Calgar is a Warlord, he gets to just choose any Warlord trait he wants from the Space Marine table. So, choose whatever one you need. You feel no pain.
You want to have army-wide leadership then?
You
can. Furious Charge. if you're really into that.
Mm-hmm. And he gives, if Marty's Calgar is your warlord, you can choose to enact a single warlord extra war combat doctrine of any type once per game.
Yeah, so let's say you take Calgar. Mm-hmm. Let's say you take, you take the detachment.
Yep.
So you have at least one of the Battle Demi Company.
Yeah.
Since you're Ultramarines, you can enact each one of the Tactical Doctrine, Assault Doctrine, Devastator Doctrine. Having a Demi Company, you can enact another one Tactical Doctrine, and if you want, you can enact a third one with Calgar, or either of the Devastator or Assault ones. Mm-hmm. So you can enact doctrines each and every single one of your turns.
Yep. Sorry about that, people. We
had visitors.
And the camera's gonna die anyway, so it was in great shape. So we were talking about Calgar.
Yep.
And basically, this picture of him looks better than the other picture. We discussed that. And he's an interesting guy.
Yeah. Well, he's still his old self.
Yeah.
Same points cost.
Yeah.
Still.
He's basically the same.
Yeah, same ability.
If you liked Calgar before, he's Calgar.
Yeah, he's Calgar. If you include him, you're going to include him again. Although the only way to get him, by using the new detachment, is if you take a.
Yeah, he's with a bunch of. He's in the middle of a bunch of guys.
You need to take a Strike Force Command. Yeah. Which can be only him.
That's true. All it is it can only be him. Like it's one of the following or 0 to 1 the rest.
Yeah. So you can take only him.
Yeah.
And it counts as if you took like combined arms and he was your Lord of War spot.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same.
Yeah. Same thing.
But then he's a formation on his own, kind of.
He can be, or he can be a part of a formation like the other guys, and that's all good. And besides that, he's a good guy. It's not. Yeah, we've covered it. We've covered Master Check Edition. Yes, so
I believe so.
That's it. All right. So that basically concludes our review. So let's get final thoughts. First of all, I think it was really interesting that how they kept the White Scars.
Yeah,
bikers.
We didn't expect that because they got rid of every other Codex organizational slot changing model rules or whatever it was that made some units not in the slot they were supposed to be.
Now, that being said, we were correct with our discussion the fact that they can't really take advantage of this. You're going to have to take a normal combined arms detachment, which is good too. Like they're going to be just as strong as they were before. Nothing changed as far as points costs or rules or anything.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that the other Space Marines get to take advantage of these cool formations, and they will have to ally with themselves essentially.
But one cool thing with the Battleforge system is you can take a combined arms and get bikes as troops because you have someone on a bike at your HQ, and then you can get whatever formation from this book to go with it. So you could go with the 10th Company Task Force formation and get 3 to 5 squads of scout bikes. And with their cluster mines, like just booby trap turn pieces.
Yeah, it's still
so you could have an all bike, army list, and booby trap stuff, which I find is pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, I think this is a very strong codex. Will it fight Eldar? In some ways, yes. In some ways, no. Eldar will still have an upper hand in a lot of ways. The problem with Eldar versus Space Marines is that 6 is rend with Eldar. So you basically, every time an Eldar player rolls a 6, you lose a Space Marine. Yeah. And that's going to be hard to deal with. Besides that, the bikes are still going to be strong. The White Scars are going to be strong their own way, but they're not in this codex, basically. Like, they're not going to be... besides
the thing.
The thing
the detachment that's included in this one.
Most of the HQs got untouched.
Yep.
Some
slight points cost reduction, but no big overall.
Centurions and Storm Talons got some good changes.
Yeah, they got points adjusted for what they actually do. And One I believe is one of the biggest changes is the point drop for Terminators.
Yeah.
They've been that way for so many years,
Yep.
and it looks like GW just went like, well, maybe they're too expensive for what they do, and they adjusted the point cost.
Yeah.
Because the Blood Angels book came out 2 months ago, and well, 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And they didn't do it then.
No.
They waited for that one.
Yeah. To be fair though, Thunderhammer Stormships almost end up balancing.
Yeah, they end up balancing, but normal Terminators bare bones are 25 points cheaper now.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. Besides that, the cool thing about this codex is the triads of tanks.
Yeah, squadrons of basically everything.
Yeah, that's
Every
amazing.
tank you can now take as a squadron. And
Yeah.
you've got cool bonuses you can do.
Yeah, like the Apocalypse Strength 10 AB1 Vindicator Blast is probably my favorite.
Yeah, probably one of the craziest.
Ignores cover.
Oh yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah, just because of the ignore scope one.
It's a good codex. You know what? Space Marine players, you're going to be well represented. The warlord traits are good. The psychic powers are hilarious. The psychic group is going to be fun.
The library is cohort.
I think it's a good codex. You know what? It's going to be solid, and that's all. We've gone through it all, and I think there's going to be some good builds out there. A lot of people, if you like White Scars before, you're going to like them now. And then other armies that are going to be forced to take tactics.
There are some also really cool lists you can come up for Raven Guards.
Yeah.
Now with the formations they included in this book, you can really
like the Sternyard jump packs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or so you can really have fun.
And what I really like about this codex is now the special rules apply to everyone in the detachment, especially because they know that you're going to be taking tacticals. So now you can give tacticals, you know, some really fun rules because you can give them scout.
Yeah.
And if you take 2 of the detachments, you get free vehicles. Then you give the vehicle scout, so that you have a scout. You know,
Scout Razorbacks, Scout Rhinos.
Yeah. Good stuff. It's cool. So thank you very much for everyone for watching. We really hope you enjoyed this codex review.
We've had fun.
We've had a great time doing it. It's been awesome. So thank you very much once again. I gotta thank you for coming. Actually, I was gonna say thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, we're in Quebec right now.
Yeah.
And so once again, thank you to Mr. Patrick here for being a part of this. I'm glad that he was finally able to do something with not me screwing up the quality and destroying the video.
Yeah, because doing something over the internet is not necessarily the best way of getting quality.
No, it really isn't. So, no.
So you should hear me correctly this time around. At least I hope. Because if not, maybe my French accent or something. But
I think it'll be okay.
After that, I don't have any ideas.
No, it's all good. We'll have to dub them over in really bad English.
Do you know me like spoon and fork, right? Eh?
Till next time, this is Jay and
Double Black 666.
Happy Paint.